We haven't done one of these in a little while, but we're doing a teas I drink in a day. And Abby's having the first tea. We haven't had a whole lot of tea lately because of our new puppy. And she's just been distracting us a lot. And we've been on puppy duty all the time, potty training and just training in general. So Abby's having, what are you having?
I'm having a matcha with vanilla soy milk, and I'm putting in cocoa and super matcha, which tastes like a blueberry, so it's like a chocolate covered blueberry matcha. It's really yummy. I've had it before. I love it. So that's what I'm going to be having.
So she put her soy milk in there. She's going to add some ice, maybe a splash of water, and probably a scoop or almost a scoop of each of those two matchas. So Ellie is getting up and getting dressed, and she requested some tea. She asked for chamomile, but I don't know if I have any more plain chamomile, but this is usually the one that she likes. It's by the Necessities, an herbal blend, chamomile vanilla bean. And I have some local honey to add to that because she really likes it sweetened with honey. And for myself, I'm making some Fireside Snuggles from Bird & Blend. And this is a black tea with cocoa, cinnamon, coconut, and lapsang souchong. And the lapsang souchong has actually grown on me over the last year since I first tried it. When I first tried it, it was so strong that I don't know, it was overwhelming to me. But when I've had it in blends, when there's not too much in there, I've actually really enjoyed that smokiness. So the only thing about this blend is it has some coconut in there, and I don't love coconut in my teas usually. So if the coconut's too overwhelming, then I won't really like this. I think I tried a cup of it. I think it wasn't too bad, but I could definitely do without that coconut. Just leave the coconut out, and I think the blend would be perfect. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna set Ellie's timer for 2 more minutes, and then I did mine for 3 minutes. And I'm using my David's Tea Makes Everything Better Perfect mug. I like the size because it fits in my cup holder in the car. And then for her, I don't know, I haven't picked a mug yet. Let me see. Maybe we'll do the Elf on the Shelf mug for her. And I'll add some ice and the honey first, then the ice. And yeah, so I'll be back later to show you what kind of teas we make. So Jeremy's going to take some matcha to work. So these ones are already out, so I'm just going to send him some cocoa matcha and super matcha, half and half. And he wants to try it with water today. So I don't know how that's going to be, but I put water and ice and the matcha in there, and we'll see if he likes it or not. I always like my matcha with some soy milk or oat milk or something, but he wants to try it, so we'll see what he thinks. So I'm going to have a matcha, and I haven't had one in a while because, well, you know, it's been the puppy life. But I'm going to have one of my favorites, which is ginger nut matcha from Bird & Blend, and I'm going to mix it with some of their turmeric matcha. And I like this combination because you've got the ginger and the spice, but the turmeric adds even more spice and also some extra health benefits. And for me, when I do a hot matcha, if I put too much matcha in it, it kind of, I don't know, I don't really love it. It's just a little too strong. So I'm going to do not quite a full scoop of the ginger nut matcha, and then about half of a scoop of the turmeric matcha, just so it's not too overwhelming. And the reason I think that it does get kind of strong when I make it is because I don't end up using a whole lot of liquid. This cup is probably about a 14-ounce cup, and I'll do a little less than half of that with water, and then I'll do my milk, which I'm frothing here in my Verissimo from Starbucks, but that only holds half a cup of liquid total, and more than half of it ends up being foam. So I really don't get a whole lot of liquid in my hot matchas when I make them the way that I make them. I really like the good foam on them though, so I still continue to make it this way. But if you're making a larger matcha with more liquid, then for sure you'd probably use 2 scoops of liquid. But I'm only going to use maybe about this much liquid, and I find it's been easier to just mix it with this little handheld mixer than with my matcha whisk. Just cleans up a lot easier. So I'll just whip this up a little, and then I'll pour in my milk, and then I will enjoy this matcha. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and film my empties video real quick, and so I'll drink this while I'm doing that. Okay, so here's my finished matcha, and as you can see, it's more than half foam. But I really like the foam, especially when it mixes in with the matcha like that. It's really good. So I will see you in a bit. So I need to go to the grocery store, and I feel so bad about leaving little Violet, but she's just going to have to stay in her kennel, her little bed, until I get back. So on the road with me, I decided I want to take some tea. I'm just going to make some of this by Hao He and Zen. I don't know how to say it. It's a white tea, just a simple white tea, and it doesn't have a ton of flavor, but it's just a nice white light tea. And so I forgot to start my timer, but I'm doing a white tea temperature at 185 for that, even though it says 195. I feel like that's too hot. And I got this today. I wasn't going to get it because, you know, honestly, I have tried most of the teas in here. I don't love all the teas that are in here. I looked at the list, but there are a few new ones. And to be honest, the advent calendar just makes me really happy. And so there was a code that, Violet, there was a code for the word simply, and I think it was like 20% off. And then they had the free shipping for $30 or less, or for if you bought $30 or more, it was free shipping. So this came to $32 with the discount code, and the free shipping. So I'm so excited, and I don't want to. I have seen that sometimes you can see what teas are in there. So I don't think you can at this angle. But I am pretty sure I might, oh, some of these came out. I'm pretty sure I might go through and pull out the new teas to try early, because I really want to know if I want to buy them. So this smells so good. I always love how these advent calendars smell. You can just smell all the different teas and scents, and I really love these advent calendars. I just think they're a lot of fun. So this is, I think, the third year that I've gotten this one, and I'm excited about it. But for now, I'm going to wait for my tea to be done and then head to the grocery store, and I'll be back later. So real quick, I was going to go in and turn all these around because I thought somebody said you could see the colors through the boxes and you could kind of see what teas they were, but all of mine are turned around already, so you see the teal side and not the colorful side, which indicates what kind of tea it is. So I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I wonder why some of the boxes are different than others. So we're trying to get settled down here for the night, and I'm making some Lay Digestive from David's Tea in one of my fall mugs, where the fox turns orange and the little leaves turn orange when you add the hot water. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Bye.